Okay, kind of having a look at my swing here. This is about a 170-yard shot, hitting 6-iron. Actually hit this shot pretty good. Let's look at a few things here that I tend to kind of check on and work on myself. That green line there just established the target line. That is the target out in the distance. But you'll see a lot of players as they address the ball, they're facing the target. Then as they actually go into their pre-shot routine, the first thing that happens is that right foot gets put into place. As I'm doing there, you kind of establish that right foot while looking at the target. Then bring your left foot in. As the club goes down behind the ball, we begin to set into our ready position. And some of the things I look for in terms of my setup: toe line, obviously, knees, hips. Like for these lines to all be, set parallel left. Actually, my forearm line, which pretty much is going to match up with my shoulders. And then I'll watch, see what my head's doing during the swing. And then also I like to pay good close attention to my spine angle, what's going on there during the swing. Now once we set up to the ball like this, we've established our plane. And the plane doesn't have to be as confusing as it oftentimes seems to be. A line running from the ball up through our elbows on a diagonal plane establishes the plane through which we're going to want to work the club. So basically what's going on here, the green lines are mechanical in nature. The mechanical perspective has to do with our target line and the lines that we have that club working on during the swing. And then the blue lines are physical, from the physical perspective, have to do with our body and how our body's going to support the movement of the club. So as I go ahead and actually hit this shot pretty good, hit it in there about 10 feet from the hole. Take that every time. But I kind of like what's going on here. Body lines all look good. And then notice as I start my backswing, I got this weird little habit of kind of setting up with the ball out toward the toe of the club. Just a quirky little personal thing there. But the toes out, that's kind of just the way I've always done it. And as I initiate my move back to the set position, club's working up through that green line, the plane line. As I'm turning my shoulders, rotating my shoulders, diagonal plane, get to the top of the swing, to the set position of the swing right there, at which point I'll initiate that go move. And when we initiate the go move after having, oh, and by the way, on the backswing we're pivoting into that right hip, our trailing hip, till we get to such point in the swing where our body has stopped turning, stopped pivoting. It's at that point that the club sets at the top of the swing. Notice here too, I like to look at this, the club set in a nice square position at the top. It's very helpful to know what square, open, and closed mean in terms of the club face position at the top of the swing. Closed is going to equate to shots hit left, open is going to equate to shots hit right. And then when I start my downswing move, dropping that club back down into the plane line, you can see how the club's dropping onto that green line as I pivot through to my left side. And I'm actually hitting a draw here, a little bit of a draw. So get back to a good impact spot right there. You can see the club contacting the ball. Nice centered hit. And I like the fact that it kept my spine angle in good shape right there. Stayed in there, haven't changed my spine angle. I like the fact that my head stayed in the circle. It means that I haven't swayed or moved or dropped much during the swing. Stayed pretty level. Through. Contact. Ball's out of here. Taking a good flight. Kind of see the ball starting out there to the right just a little bit. Continue seeing that ball in flight. There she goes. And it will continue arcing up and then back down to the target. So not bad movements here. Coming through, you can see how also on that through swing movement, as we come through the shot, there's going to I'll have my club in a condition where it's now again parallel to that shaft plane that I originally set up in, versus having the club out of plane too much. So all in all, this is a pretty good movement. Satisfied with this. Really becomes a matter of rhythm and timing in the swing. But just looking at the overall process, again, as we approach that shot, we're going to step into our ready position there, get our body lines established, a couple of waggles, initiate that move from the ready position to the set position right there, and then initiate that go movement down to the golf ball. So in R3 approach, we talk about it being the ready, set, go swing process. And this is having a look at it from the downline view. Ready, set, go. Watch for the swing plane. Very much a mechanical aspect of the swing that we really do need to have working good, so that we're not throwing the club too far out and over the swing during our downswing, nor are we dropping it too much under the plane of the swing during our downswing. Okay, very good. Let's have some fun with the R3 approach, learn a little more about the mechanical and physical perspectives of what's involved with swinging a golf club. Alrighty now, let's continue doing good work.